Okay, so we're filming right outside the Blue Nickel Studios hall, and there's my little shelves with some of my bee collection there. And what's there? Oh, a nut ball I made back in the 80s, Victorian times. And then here's my little zest. I like that word for some reason. It spells nicely in chartreuse green. And now we go into the studio. Here's Linda's side with all her books and dolls and creations. Here's an art quilt she did. A dollhouse she snagged one day at a antique shop. And here's more of her size too. Here's a crown she made with friends. Here are some of her marionettes. And this is her inspiration wall. And her tidy desk. And there's some more. Here is the old bat doll that she made. Some more marionettes. And Chicken Jane, one of her favorite dolls. And now we come to my side, which is still messy. I haven't cleaned it up, but welcome to Blue Nickel Studios Creative Space. One of my inspiration boards there. And my sewing area. Very messy. Here's an overall look of the nesting area where I sew. And another inspiration board here. Yeah. A dresser found at outside a thrift shop. And CDs. Fabric piled everywhere. Not very tidy. Projects for Quilt Market that may or may not get there. This is my cutting table. It's actually, you can see part of the cutting surface there. And there's some of Heather Bailey's new line called Nicey Jane. Getting ready to go into a quilt. And now this goes over into the lounge and quilting area and ironing area. There's my design wall above the iron table there where I iron stuff. Quilting table when it's not covered with fabric to actually do the quilting of things. Right now it's using it's holding a whole bunch of collections for Quilt Market next week actually. This is none of these are my collections yet, so this is not my fabric. I don't claim it. This is Heather Bailey's new line called Nicey Jane. I really particularly like this orangey thing here. It's wonderful. Underneath all this, there's some more Nicey Jane. This is Sandy Henderson's new line. And there's some strawberries. Aren't those strawberries nice? My favorite is the yellow. The strawberries in yellow. So you can't see them very well. And then, this is more Nicey Jane here. It's a nice avocado-y Nicey Jane. Here's some of Paula Prass's new stuff that you all see at market next week. Oh, there's some just basic Michael Miller. That's not Paula Prass there. And here is a whole bunch of Patty Young's new line called Flora and Fauna. My favorite, and this is probably these bees. And then the yellow, there's a mustard. The mustard bees are really my favorite. Although, you know, I'm awfully fond of this limey green too. So, there's more fabric piled up. And how long is this playing? This is 4 minutes right now. Behind it you can see my Blue Nickel banner. Another inspiration cork board up there. Some of the fabric lines I've done for the quilts I've done for Free Spirit are in those hoops up there. And more stuff on the walls. And let's see, need some bark cloth curtains I love. Up above there's shelves, up above the window. And here is a, can't show that. That's a good design coming out yet, so we can't see that. More fabric. More fabric. And this is when this is cleared. This is a futon bench from IKEA we used to. Oh, here's that wedding quilt I was working on, an orange, very orange wedding quilt that I bordered with pink, and then I'm binding now with orange. Looks really, I like that pink and orange. Very 70s to me. I know this isn't the best quality. There's lots of shadows, and I probably said something wrong, but these are a whole bunch of little pinwheels I'm playing with, just extras from when I cut binding. I get all these little triangles, so I don't like to waste things, so they become little pinwheels. Here's some of Anna Maria's new flannels that I did a quilt for. That's going to market this fall. I love this little houses. And there's a reindeer there. You can't really see. Oh, there you go. You can kind of see that maybe. I think it would look great in Christmas colors, Anna Maria, if you're watching this. Oh, here's some vintage stuff I bought at Spring Market that I think is very cool. Oh, and here's my favorite saying. On a Mary and Go Bright. Oops, there went something. It says, "The greatest pleasure in life is doing what people say you cannot do," by Walter, I cannot pronounce his name, Begahot. I'm sure I said that wrong. Here's some more vintage fabric and some ties. This is one of nice vintage tie that I like for inspiration. Here's one of my favorite Christmas vintage ties. This little pincushion Linda's grandmother made. Isn't it sweet? Close to the thimble in that cup. A little toadstool head. Linda made that Santa for me, and I think I bought this one. And some tool rack there. You know, I think that's the tour. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it's not too long. Welcome to my world. Oh, well, okay. Hang on. One more thing. You gotta see these shelves over here, okay? If you're still listening, if you're still watching, you might like this. I love knickknacks. I'm sorry I can't get rid of them. And so these shelves are plastered with all sorts of things. Oh, Mr. Potato Head's in trouble. Uh-oh. The Brays might have to help him. So salt and pepper shaker hats I had from my grandma. They're from the 30s, I think. Go down here. Yeah. I like the tchotchkes. Some of that little pig and that turkey are from my mother when she was a kid, so they're really old. They're like hard rubber. And, yep, this is my space. The window. I look out while I sew. Oh, there I am. Hi! I don't know if you can see the reflection in this or not, but I can see something there. So, oh, and then here are, you can see these guys are not, it's kind of bright, but the Muppets are up here. And a Mountie from when I was like 7 years old. It's right by the lights, it's kind of hard to see. I'm not even sure if you can hear me now from way up here, so. This is a cat my daughter made me once, so. When she was about, I don't know, 4 or 3. A whole bunch of cave fabrics, my favorite. And then down here more towards the mess, the disaster area. Okay, well that's 10 minutes worth, people. You probably are tired of listening to me droll on and on now, but that's it. Thanks for coming to Blue Nickel Studios, and maybe I'll take a video when it's cleaned up. Okay, over and out. Thanks.